Come on, Mason, I want you to sit up and take a nice deep breath there. That's enough out of you two.
Why, my ear, you're not the king's man.
Oh, brother. Get back to lunch. Come on, get out. You fainted, Mason, that's all.
Why do you call me this strange name? I am Jean. I must return to my men and do battle for the glory of France.
Joan of Arc?
Oh, yeah, that's all we need.
The bells, they are calling me.
You just stay there and rest. You'll need your strength for the battle.
What I'm trying to say is I've got a photo of Lionel Fellows. Yeah, look at it and tell me if I'm right. Yeah, the two guys on the left. The other guy's handing him the envelope. That's Fellows, isn't it? God, if it is, I'm made.
Can't be.
What, you don't think it's Fellows?
Oh, yes, it's Fellows, all right. But that one on the left, that's Ted Douglas. What's he doing with a man like Fellows?
Are you sure it's him, Mum?
Oh, yes, definitely. I've looked across the desk at him often enough.
You know, there's probably a perfectly simple explanation why they're standing there. But I'm damned if I know what it is.
I'd better get in touch with him.
What for?
As Wally says, there's bound to be a perfectly good reason. We can't let this get out of hand.
There is another thing. I don't want to panic anybody, but I'm pretty certain that that photo was amongst the ones given to the women.
Oh, no.
It could be. I'm sure I had 2 or 3 copies of it.
Well, let's hope the women haven't seen it. I'd better take this print, Paul.
Well, I'll run a couple more off if you like.
No. And you're not allowed to let anyone else see it until I've had a chance to talk to Douglas, all right?
Okay.
You better go home. I'll see you later.
I don't know why she's so worried. I mean, if there is some dirty business going on, it'll look good for her to help expose it.
Yeah, but only if it's handled properly. I mean, these things have a habit of backfiring, don't forget.
Yeah.
Yes, Mrs. Reynolds?
I wonder if I could see you rather urgently, Mr. Douglas.
Yes, concerning?
I've got a problem I'd like to talk to you about.
Mrs. Reynolds, I'm very busy at the moment. I can't just drop everything and rush down to the prison without a very good reason. Now, what's wrong this time? Fire or riot?
Well, I'd rather not discuss it over the phone, not with 2 switchboards between us.
Well, I'm sure it all sounds rather intriguing, but I can't get there till tomorrow morning.
All right. Could you make it as early as possible? You will realize how important it is.
Yes, all right. Goodbye.
Dear ladies, I realise it was quite rude of me to start shooting film with you without asking permission. I just didn't stop to think. You were all such interesting subjects.
Hey, get him. We're people, not subjects. We're all subjects of the Queen, Maxie.
Do you mind? Shut up. Do you want to hear this or not? Right. Judy Bryant suggested you might like some of my photos to decorate your room, so here they are with my compliments and apologies. Yours sincerely, Paul Reynolds.
Kind of him, isn't it? Offloading his rubbish onto us.
Oh, I think he's really sweet.
Oh, I like this one.
Hey, you beauty, here's one of a mob of bikers.
Oh, anyone we know?
I don't know how you can tell. They all wear helmets and dark glasses.
I don't recognise their leathers, Lizzie.
Now, there's a familiar face. Ted Douglas.
Is it? Oh, put your glasses on, Lizzie.
Struth, he's gone up in the world.
What?
You know who that is with him, don't you?
No?
Mr. Lionel. Hell, it is too.
Mr. Who?
Lionel Fellows, one of the Fellows brothers.
Doesn't look a very nice man.
You ain't whistling Dixie, Pixie. The whisper is it was Mr. Lionel who set up the Cochrane killings last year and took over the McNally operation.
You're kidding. The McNally mob?
Not anymore. It's the Fellows mob now. Okay, ladies. I'm sorry I'm going to have to take all these photos back. Mrs. Reynolds wants to look through them before you see them.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but you can tell the ones of her in the shower didn't come out too well anyway.
Yeah, well, come on, got them all? Hurry up, please. And that one as well. Thank you, Smith. Here. Now find something else to fill your time.
What are you going to do with that, Bee?
Just hang on to it for a while. You never know. It might be very valuable. Good evening, Mrs. Reynolds. Did you want to see me?
Yes, I want to apologise for being an Indian giver.
Oh?
these photos my son sent in for you. I'm afraid he sent in some important ones by mistake.
Oh, well, the women were wondering why you'd taken them back.
Yes, well, I'll return them as soon as Paul's sorted out the ones he needs.
Oh, good. They were very pleased with them.
Did they get to see them?
Oh, just a glance. Mrs. Powell came in just as we were going through them.
It's just that one or two are missing. They didn't happen to keep any by any chance, did they?
No, I don't think so. I'll ask when I get back if you like.
Thank you. Well, that's all I wanted.
Oh, he's a good photographer, your son.
Yes, he's not bad. He's hoping to make a career of it.
I'm sure he will. He has just the knack of catching people when they least expect it.
Dr. McIntyre to reception, please. Dr. McIntyre.
Excuse me. I was wondering where I could find Dr. Marlowe.
You're speaking to him.
Oh, I'm Meg Morris from Wentworth Detention Centre. I was wondering how Brandy Carter was this morning.
Well, physically, she's all right. Luckily, we got to her in time.
But,
Well, it's just that her attitude seems to change every 5 minutes. She came in ranting and raving. You wouldn't have thought she was a potential suicide. Then she went into a deep depression. She just won't talk to anybody.
have the police come in to see her?
Yes, but they didn't get very far. I'd like to get a psychiatrist to have a look at her. But I suppose I'd better get in touch with your department first.
I'm sure if you ring Mrs. Reynolds at Wentworth, she'll arrange it for you.
Good. Would you like to see her?
Oh, yes, please.
This way?
Brandy? Brandy, I want to ask you some questions. Look, we've got to know the answers before we can help you. Where did you get that bottle from? Did one of the other women get it for you? Have they been harassing you?
The police got exactly the same reaction. She just clams up. I can't even get her to tell me how she's feeling.
Laura, I want you to talk to me.
Oh, so that's her real name. I didn't think anyone would be christened Brandy.
No. I was just trying something, that was all.
Well, anything's worth a try at this stage. It's beyond my scope, I'm afraid. I really think psychiatric help is what she needs.
Yes, I'm sure you're right.
Thank you.
They're gonna get you now, you bitch. They're gonna get you for trying to kill me. Oh no, they mustn't find out. They mustn't.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Douglas.
That remains to be seen. Now, what's this all about? I hope you can explain what is so important that you had to drag me all the way out here.
Certainly. My son's a budding photographer. He took some pictures of Parliament House recently. This is one of them.
I see. How many people have seen this?
As far as I know, just myself, my son Paul, and Mr. Wallace. He's a neighbour.
3 people. 3. That's quite enough.
That is Lionel Fellows, isn't it?
Yes. Tell me, where's your son now?
At home, why?
Because this is very important departmental business and highly confidential. It'd be very dangerous if it leaked out.
To whom?
Well, I'm afraid I can't tell you that. I can only assure you that heads would roll. Now, I must have the negative and all the copies. Do you understand?
All right, I'll ask Paul this evening.
No, now.
No.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing on your desk that can't wait for an hour or so. Shall we go?
Hey, guess who I just saw going into Renault's office?
Douglas.
How did you know?
Oh, just a wild guess, but I imagined that she'd be onto him first thing this morning.
Yeah, I bet he's packing death.
Well, that slimy bugger, he'd get his way out of anything.
Oh, I don't know. If it was McNally, he might, because McNally was always mixing with the hobnobs. But the Fellows brothers are just thugs. It's a well-known fact.
Well, what's their line?
You name it. Dope, pimping, protection, bank job.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that Douglas would get mixed up in that sort of thing. Oh, I don't know. They reckon that Squizzy Taylor was a real gentleman. Did I ever tell you about the time I went
to a party at Squizzy Taylor's? Yeah, you told us already.
Yeah, well, Douglas is no gentleman, but he's no fool either. If he's meeting a big crim like that in broad daylight in a public place, it must be something big. And fellows must be calling the shots.
Perhaps they're blackmailing him.
Well, what do you reckon they've got on him?
Perhaps they've found out that he's another one of Pixie's husbands.
Do you swear by Almighty God that the evidence you shall give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. It's just like getting married, isn't it?
It would appear, Miss Mason, that is a subject on which you should be quite an expert. We can only hope that you will take your oath more seriously than you did your marriage vows.
Objection, Your Honour. That statement presupposes my client's guilt.
Withdrawn. Now, Miss Mason, this court has heard the testimony of Brian Molan and James Watson concerning your apparently bigamous activities. What have you to say?
I've never seen them before in my life.
You are claiming, then, that there was never a marriage between you and these and any other gentleman? And that your signature, which appears on various marriage certificates, is in fact a forgery?
Well, it must be. Well, if you must know, I think it's Audrey again. She's always getting me into trouble.
Audrey?
Yes, my twin sister. We're identical. She's always doing things like that.
Miss Mason, rather than waste this court's time with nonsense, I would ask you to take a close look at those two gentlemen and, remembering your oath, inform the court whether or not you did, in fact, marry them.
Oh, dear. I don't want to upset them because I'm sure they're both very nice, but... Well, let's face it. Would you marry them?
Don't be frivolous.
Exactly, so don't try and palm them off onto me.
Your Honour, if I may, I do have a photo here taken at the wedding.
Thank you. Miss Mason, do you deny that you were in that photograph?
Oh, that's not me. That's Audrey. You see, Audrey's got a beauty spot in the middle of her cheek. It's the only way you can tell us apart.
That, Miss Mason, is a speck of dirt.
Oh, well, it could have been me. I don't remember. I've not been feeling very well lately. I hear voices.
Oh, g'day, Mum. What are you doing home at this time?
Paul, this is Mr. Douglas from the department. He'd like to talk to you about that photo.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, Paul, I was just saying to your mother, I wouldn't like to see the situation get out of hand.
What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, well, there could be some unnecessary repercussions if the wrong people got hold of that photo.
Like the press, for example?
Well, yes. So I would like the negative and all the copies that you have.
Sorry, no deal.
Paul!
Look, I'm sorry. This could be the break I need.
Look, I can assure you that this isn't permanent. As soon as this business is over, you can have them all back.
What business?
Well, I can't discuss it with you, unfortunately. It's highly confidential. Top secret.
Yeah. So secret, not even the department knows about it, I'll bet.
Paul, this is important. It could cost your mother her job.
I doubt it. But it could cost me a career. This is the sort of thing the big dailies are after. I'm sorry.
Miss Mason, we come now to the 21st of July last, on which date you made a withdrawal from your joint account with Mr. Molan of all but $1.78. A total amount of $7,423.22. I wonder, could you tell the court what you did with the money?
Let me see. 21st of July. I remember. Oh, no, it couldn't have been me. I was in America. America.
Miss Mason, I have here a copy of the withdrawal form you used to empty the account, an affidavit from the employee who gave you the money, and a bank record showing that that amount of cash was released on that day. Don't tell us it was your twin sister again.
Mind you, it could have been Paris. No, it was definitely America. We went to an Independence Day party.
Miss Mason, Independence Day is on the 4th of July.
Oh, is it? Well, maybe it was Paris then.
Mr. Millard, is there any chance of your client entering a plea of insanity?
I really have no idea, Your Honour. Perhaps the court would care to adjourn pending a psychiatric report.
I really have no idea either. Miss Mason, do you wish to enter a plea of diminished responsibility due to temporary insanity?
Certainly not.
What about the voices you claim to hear?
What voices?
Miss Mason, I can only assume that you are holding this court up to ridicule. I warn you that either you answer the questions put to you in a straightforward and honest manner, or I will add contempt of court to your list of charges.
Yes, my lord.
Carry on, Mr. Stanley.
I have no further questions from this witness, Your Honour.
Struth, I'll be glad when this kid's born. 9 months of running to the loo every 5 minutes.
Any sign of a mass gathering of screws?
No, why?
I told you, Reynolds was fishing, trying to find out whether we'd seen that photo or not. I wouldn't put it past him to have a secret cell search.
She can't have told Douglas, otherwise he would have had the place torn apart looking for it.
Yeah, I bet he'd give his right arm to keep that photo secret.
Yeah, and he'd probably give a lot more than that.
What do you mean, B?
Well, he's always coming in here dishing it out. See if he can take it for a change. It's about time we started doing us a few favours.
You know, I think I can smell blackmail in the air.
You sniff perfume on me.
Oh. Hey, but listen, B, how are you going to get to talk to him?
Have to phone him, won't I?
Oh, sure, ask the freak. She'll give you his phone.
Oh, I'll get his number, all right. And that, Lizzie, is where you come in.
Oh.
Excuse me, Mrs. Powell.
Why the hell aren't you dressed? You've been in there nearly half an hour.
Well, I had to wash my hair really well. The water's so hard here, isn't it?
Mason, get your clothes on.
Well, that's just it, Mrs. Powell. You see, I don't think denim is quite me, so I'll wear my own clothes if you don't mind. Oh, they're quite clean. I only put them on this morning.
Mason, you see this piece of paper here?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now, this says that you are going to spend the next 5 years in here with us. Unless, of course, you get remissions, which somehow I don't think you will. Now, it is quite a privilege to stay here. You get food, you get lodging, and what is even more fun, you get to follow regulations, which state that you will wear prison uniform for the term of your conviction. So, put your clothes on.
You haven't got anything in pink, have you? Never mind. Pink can be a little bit severe at times, can't it?
It's only me, Mrs. Reynolds.
Hello, Lizzie. Sorry to put you to all this trouble. I haven't had time to get out of the office.
Oh, it's always time for a cuppa, Mrs. Reynolds.
Would you like to join me? Mrs. Powell had to go to reception.
B? Oh, all right. Just a quick one.
Well, my son's finished sorting these photos. You can take them back to the women if you will.
Oh, beauty. I've been wanting to have a look at them.
Oh, I thought you'd all seen them.
No, Mrs. Power took them away before we had a chance.
Funny, I thought B said you'd gone through them.
Oh, one or two. There was one that Maxie was mad about.
Oh?
Oh, motorbikes, the usual. May I have a look at them now? Oh, God, I'm so sorry, Mrs. Reynolds.
It's all right, Lizzie. No great harm done.
Clumsy sometimes. Oh, 017 4897 017. I'll have to get another rag.
Oh, it's all right, Lizzie. It's nearly cleaned up now.
Oh, I won't be a jiffy. I'll be back. 017 4896.
Well, well, isn't that a happy little pixie?
Oh, what's the matter? Didn't the judge believe in fairies?
5 years for bigamy and fraud. 5 years?
Better than being married.
Never mind, love. Keep your nose clean. You could be out of here in less than 3.
Wouldn't be so bad if I could wear my own clothes. But these things...
Quick, pencil. Quick.
1174896. 1174896.
Got it. You beauty, Lizzie. Thanks.
Gotta go, Mrs. Reynolds.
What for?
Oh, I'll explain later.
God, she'll have a heart attack running around like that.
Don't say that. Right, Mr. Douglas, I think I might just give you a ring tonight and disturb your sleep.
Yeah, well, B, how are you going to get a phone call? The screws know that you haven't got anyone on the outside.
I'll con one of them. Barry's always good value.
Well, one of us can do it for you, because they know that we've got friends and family.
Oh, rub it in, why don't you?
It's better than the screws getting suspicious, isn't it?
Look, I'll do it. And just tell them I'm going to ring one of my boyfriends.
All right. But make sure you're telling the messages from me.
Sure. No worries.
I thought your friend's name was David. Who's this Edward?
Oh, just a friend. I like to spread myself around.
Okay, it's ringing. 3 minutes, no more.
Hello.
G'day, gorgeous. How you going?
Who's this?
I thought I'd just ring and say hello. I've missed you.
I'm sorry, but I think you've got the wrong number.
No, I haven't, Ted.
Who are you?
Oh, just a friend. I've got a message for you from B. Smith. She said to tell you that the ladies all love the photo.
Sorry to hear your bad news, love. So they wouldn't believe you were off your rocker, eh?
No. I don't know what went wrong. I was really very good. They gave me 5 years all the same.
Buggers. That's what I call a real shame. And all because you like getting hitched. It's not right, I say.
Looks like I won't be doing that for a while yet anyway.
I don't know, you can still have blokes for a visit.
Oh, I suppose so.
Of course you can. Look at Roxy. 8.5 months gone, she just had a visit from a fella, and it wasn't David Sheldon either.
A man? How'd you meet him?
Dunno. Some old flame just turned up. See? You never know your luck.
I suppose not. But, well, visiting's not the same as getting married, is it?
I don't know, you can get to know a bloke, and we have had weddings in here, you know.
Yes, but who'd want to get married in this place? They'd probably make you wear blue denim. Oh, I don't think I can stand it, Lizzie. I like everything to be nice and pretty.
Oh, come on, love. You're supposed to be the bright spark around here. We're relying on you to cheer everybody up in this rotten joint.
Well, I wouldn't want to let the women down.
That's the spirit. Don't you let those mongrels get on your goat. It's not worth it.
It was real nice of you to come and see me, Craig. Well, when'd you get back from Sydney?
Oh, just a few days ago. I've been looking everywhere for you.
How did you know I was here?
Your mum. I don't blame you for being surprised I'm here now. I guess I was a bit of a bastard, not ringing you when I hit Sydney.
Oh, it's okay, I understand.
I meant to, but of course I didn't know about all this.
Most blokes don't want to know a chick who's up to duff.
I'm not most blokes. I wouldn't leave a woman to face that on her own.
Oh, that's real sweet of you, Craig.
After all, if you're having my baby, I should be round to look after you, right?
What?
Well, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't want to know me now, but I still don't think it's too late to do something.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's a bit late for that. I'm having it in a couple of weeks.
Well, you'll be out of here before too long. And I reckon a kid needs both its parents. I want us to get married. Straight away, if you like. Now, what do you say about that?
Married? Oh, Christ.
I want that photo, Smith.
And I want a few answers. How come you're involved with Lionel Fellows?
That has nothing to do with you. It's departmental business, top secret.
Oh, come on, cut it out. Why would the department be dealing with a bad boy like Lionel?
Because we want to put him behind bars. Would have thought you wanted the same thing. He's the biggest drug runner around.
Yeah, sure I do. And so do the cops. So why don't they put their best D's on it instead of someone from the department?
I know what you're implying, Smith. I don't like it.
Yeah, well, nor do I. There is no way a jumped-up little clerk from the
careful,
department...
Smith. Don't go too far.
Oh, cut the crap, Douglas. I don't know what you're up to, but whatever it is, it stinks to high
That is
heaven.
enough.
And what are you going to do about it?
Right, now, this is for your benefit. If you don't hand that photo over, you're in more trouble than you can imagine.
Yeah, I'm sure I am. Big question is, who from? Okay. It's for sale.
Don't you blackmail me.
You're here and you're worried, and that means I am holding all the aces.
All right. The department wants to keep this under wraps, so they may come to some arrangement.
Oh, good.
I'll tell them what you have to say.
Well, for a start, we want a full-time doctor. It is a basic bloody right, and we are sick to death of being stuffed around about it.
Go on.
Conjugal visits. And a social worker. And teachers, so the women have got something to do in their spare time.
Oh, is that all?
Oh, you've got to be kidding. But it will do for a start. Now, do be sure and get back to me soon, won't you? I'd hate to keep the women waiting too long.
Well, of course, I can't promise anything. But I'll see what can be done.
You do that.
And you mean he really wants to get hitched?
Yeah, and he's got a real good job, Max. You know, one will get him places.
Jeez, half your luck.
And he wants to look after me and the baby.
Sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, but it is true. Crikey, it'd solve all my problems at once. You see, I've been thinking.
What?
I could keep the baby. I really do want that now. I don't know how I could have ever thought about giving it up.
Hang on. What about the dough?
I don't need that now, do I?
No, but the Sheldons might sue you.
No way, they'd just bluff. They don't want the sort of publicity I could give them.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He's been talking about getting a house and everything. You know, I think he really loves me.
What about you? Do you love him?
I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. But I still kind of fancy him. I reckon he'd make a real top father. Well, me and the baby wouldn't have to worry about nothing. What do you reckon I should do, Max?
Blokes like that don't front up too often. I'd flame and grab him with both hands. When do you have to let him know by, Roxy?
Oh, he's coming round in a couple of days. Got to let him know by then.
Crikey! Will look at that? Mrs. Morris, can I please have my clothes back?
Earth do you think you're doing? How dare you come in here like this?
Oh, yes, it's a bit informal, I know, but, well, all of my clothes are missing. All the pretty dresses I came
Oh, don't be
with.
ridiculous. You were issued with a uniform.
I can't wear that. It's not mine.
Love, you look much better in your white organza than you had me picked.
Thank you. I'd never buy denim. It doesn't suit me. Besides, everybody else is wearing it.
Goodness. I'll handle this. Come on, out you go.
Thank you, Mrs. Morris. I knew you'd get them for me.
Oh, let's hear it for Trixie Pixie!
Come along, Mason. I've got better things to do with my day than wait here for you.
But I thought you told me you were getting me my own clothes back.
The joke has gone far enough. Now, either you get dressed straight away or I put you on a charge.
Help! Somebody help me!
The hell's going on?
She was trying to undress me.
Be ridiculous.
ridiculous, Mason.
She's been taking my clothes, and now my uniform. She was trying to take it off me.
Really? That's a very serious charge to make against an officer, Mason.
And if I were you, I would drop it right now.
Oh, I don't know, Mrs. Morris. I think we should allow Mason her say. Because we can't have a prisoner saying that she was intimidated by an officer, can we?
Very well, Mason. Do you wish to see the governor?
What? No, I've got nothing to say to the governor except, well, I'd like to lie down for a while if I may. I'm feeling very tired all of a sudden. I've had a busy morning, you know.
Well, ladies, you were right about Douglas.
You mean the old bugger's really up to something?
I'd stake my life on it. It isn't just departmental business, either.
Oh, he's always made out he was whiter than flaming white. What do you reckon he's gonna do, B?
I don't know, but he's running scared.
But how do you know it's not just because of the department?
Come off it. If he was on the level, they'd be turning this place upside down by now. Besides, he's agreed to all the little things I asked for.
Ripper! You mean all of them?
Well, I didn't want to be too greedy too fast. But we've got him by the short and curlies, all right. I'd like to know what he was up to with fellows, though.
Ah, who gives a stuff as long as we get what we want?
Yeah, let's ask him for a slap-up wedding because Roxy's thinking of getting married.
What?
Yeah, that's right, to Craig, me old boyfriend.
What about the baby?
Well, that's why. He reckons it's his.
He what?
I thought you'd be pleased. I'm not going to give the baby away after all.
You should have thought about that a long time ago.
I only wanted to do what's best.
For you, yeah, but you don't give a damn who you hurt in the meantime, do you?
That's not fair.
First the Sheldons, then the kid, and now this poor bugger who thinks it's his.
He won't know the difference.
Oh, no, not until you have your first blue and you hit him with the news that he isn't the daddy after all.
I won't do that.
Did it ever occur to you the Sheldons might have feelings too?
Well, I don't care what you say. I'm going to make a call right now. This is my baby, and I've got a right to decide what to do with it. David?
Roxanne? Is everything okay?
Yeah, fine. It's just that I've changed my mind.
What?
I mean it this time. I'm keeping my baby.
Look, you can't be serious. I thought we'd sorted all that out.
Yeah, well, we hadn't.
Look, you can't mean that. If it's more money, I'll see if I can raise some more.
No, it's not the bloody money. I'll make sure you get back everything you've given me.
Look, I'll come over. We'll talk.
No, I don't want to see you. I got to think about my own future. I'm getting married. And please don't get in contact with me again.
Roxanne? You must help us, Mrs. Reynolds. But there's no one else we can turn to.
I don't see how I can. You must have realised the risks when you entered into this arrangement.
Yes, we did.
It's quite illegal for a start.
Yes, we know all that, but well, we were desperate. We had to take the risk of trusting someone.
Look, I'm terribly sorry for you and your wife, but I'm afraid there's nothing I can do to help.
But there is. You're the only person that can help now.
I can't see how.
You can make sure that we have custody when the baby's born.
You know I can't do that.
I'm sorry. Shouldn't have asked. It's just I'm running out of options.
Roxanne's the only person who can give you custody, and even then, you'd have to go through the courts to adopt.
My own child, and I don't even have rights. I've got to see. I must speak to her again.
I don't think that'd be wise.
Then can Andrea?
Mr. Sheldon...
Have you got kids?
Yes,
then you don't know what my wife feels like. Look, I want Roxanne to know exactly what this baby means to Andrea.
All right, but if she won't speak to her, you know there's nothing I can do about it.
You can have a look at my photos, Roxanne. You might find a style you like for your wedding.
Oh, come off it. It's a bit bloody late to start getting hitched in virgin white, isn't it?
Oh, that's silly. My next one's going to be white. They've all been white.
I reckon lavender's a lovely colour. When me and Blossom got here...
Why don't you mob come down out of the clouds? Maybe there isn't going to be a wedding.
What do you mean?
Well, how do you think Craig's going to feel when he finds out that kid isn't his?
Oh, he won't.
I wouldn't bet my buy-up on it. You've told Sheldon the deal's off, right? Do you think he's going to let it rest there?
Bee, he wouldn't say anything, would he?
Of course he would. He wants that baby. He may have contracts that won't stand up in court, but they'd look very interesting to your future husband.
He doesn't even know who Craig is.
Won't take him much to find out. And if it happens after you're married, Craig can still walk out on you.
Roxy, maybe Bee's got a point. You could end up on your lonesome settled with a kid and still have no money.
But Craig wouldn't do that to me. He's real nice and kind and
Just the type to play for a sucker, huh?
Why shouldn't I marry him? I reckon he loves me.
Sounds a good enough reason to me. Anyway, who needs reasons? Weddings are wonderful.
Listen, why don't you give the bloke an even break? Tell him the truth for a start.
Yeah, I reckon he'll marry if he loves you. But if he thinks you've trapped him, that's not a very good way to start a marriage now, is it, love?
Brandy, I can only help you if you answer a few questions. Can you tell me why you did this to yourself?
Well, naturally I can. Well, I was frightened, that's why. I've never been inside a prison before. I mean, there's a lot that can scare you in there. You can understand that, can't you?
Well, yes, of course.
Oh, I realise it was a stupid thing to do. I realise that now, but it's just that, well, things got too much.
What sort of things? You know, can you be more specific?
Well, all the silly things I'd done, I suppose. I mean, I was ashamed I'd got myself into a place like that.
And you don't want to hurt yourself again?
No. That was non-productive, wasn't it? No, I wouldn't do anything like that again.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Now, you still have some more time left to serve. How do you feel about going back to Wentworth?
All right, I think. Oh, yes, I'm sure I could cope. It's only a matter of adapting, really.
That's incredible. It doesn't sound like the same woman. I mean, Brandy Carter has got one of the vilest tempers I've seen, and the language to match.
Well, I can assure you she was very calm and in control, and very much the lady.
But she's just tried to commit suicide. And she was completely withdrawn when the police tried to question her.
All I can say is she's not like that now.
Well, the point is she dangerous to herself or to anyone else?
No, I don't think so. In fact, she doesn't appear to be the type who'd try to commit suicide anyway.
Yes, but she did try.
Look, I'm not saying there isn't a problem. There's obviously some deep-seated reason why she went out in the streets in the first place, and for the erratic behaviour.
Yes, there must be.
So I'd like to go on working with her, just to see what I can come up with.
Good. You think she'd be better off in hospital for a while longer, then?
Well, that's up to a doctor. But as far as I'm concerned, psychologically, she's ready to come back to Wentworth this afternoon.
Hey, what's this? I've got nothing to say to her.
Please. Please, just hear what I have to say. I'll only take a moment of your time.
Okay. But I don't know what we got to talk about.
Our baby. And it is ours. David's and yours because you conceived it. David's and mine because we wanted it so desperately. The point is, it was meant for us.
Yeah, well, I've changed my mind.
I know, but just think for a minute what that means.
I have.
Have you? You'll never know what it's like, spending years trying to get pregnant. Hoping and hoping. Every time being disappointed.
Look, Andrea...
I just felt so worthless. I would have given anything for a child. And I did. I gave you my husband. I would never have let it happen if we hadn't wanted a child so much. There was just no other way.
Yeah, I know all that.
You are our only hope. I don't think I can go through all that again.
I'm still the one having it. I've got feelings too, you know. And I feel it kicking and everything.
I know. But you're getting married. You can have other children. Please, let us have this one.
I can't.
It won't want for anything, I promise you. And it'll have all the love in the world.
And don't you reckon it'll get that with me? What the hell do you think I am?
Oh, you're getting very popular, love. Who was your last visitor?
Andrea Sheldon.
Oh, crikey, that must have been fun.
Shut up, Maxine. She really wants that baby, doesn't she?
I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm so scared.
Yeah, well, I don't much like what you did in the first place, but that's beside the point. Now, the point is that baby morally belongs to the Sheldons.
But if I give it up now, I might lose Craig as well. And the chance of getting married
Oh,
and
now, come on. If he's the kind of bloke you say he is, he'll understand. If it comes from you.
Yeah.
Not if it comes from someone else.
All you gotta do is tell them you did it for that poor childless couple. You don't have to mention a dough.
That's right. There'll be plenty of kids for you if that's what you want.
Oh, that's what she said. Hell, I wish I never met the bloody Sheldons.
Come in.
You all right, Roxanne? You don't look terribly well.
No, I'm all right, Mrs. Reynolds.
Sit down. I'm glad you asked to see me. I want to have a chat about the baby. That'll be all, thank you, Mrs. Barfield. David Sheldon told me about your arrangement.
I know. I've just been talking to his wife. I've decided to let them have the baby after all.
That's a very big decision, Roxanne. You know you don't have to make it until after the child's born. That's another 2 weeks or so yet, isn't it?
Yeah. But I reckon I made it a long time ago. Only things sort of got in the way and I got muddled up. It was never really my baby.
Well, I think you're making the right decision, if that's any help at all. I can set the legal wheels in motion if you're sure you want them to adopt.
Yeah. If you could get the papers, I'll sign them.
All right.
But please, could you let the Sheldons know? I just couldn't face them again.
Yes, of course. I don't think you'd better go back to the laundry this afternoon. Why don't you have a rest?
No, I'm okay. I'd rather be working, honest.
Strike a light, it's Brandy. How are you, love?
I'd rather you didn't call me that if you don't mind. My name's Susan.
Oh, boy, there you go. If you want to ticket out of here, you latch onto her. She does it like a real pro.
Yeah, but they sent her back, didn't they? How come they put you back in here, Brandy?
Because I am perfectly all right.
Are you sure, love? I mean, you've been through a fair bit.
Of course I'm sure. Wish everyone would stop inquiring about my health. I'd like to get straight to work, if you don't mind.
Well, by all means, here, help fill us with those sheets.
God,
At least it looks like we might get some work out of her this time.
I wouldn't turn my back on her for 5 minutes.
Where you been?
With Mrs. Reynolds. I'm gonna let the Sheldons have the baby. And I'm gonna ring Craig. Tell him the truth.
Well, good for you. Good on you, love. If he's a decent kind of bloke you say he is, he's not going to run out on you.
Yeah, I hope not.
Oh, God, what's the matter, love?
Oh, it's about the 4th time.
Oh, you're going into labour, my girl. Quick, Maxine, go and get a screw.
Yeah, right.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too, when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.